Welcome to part 2 here at Pierce Brothers Memorial Park, Westlake Village, California. It's so much easier to find grave locations when a headstone is above ground. Cuts my time in half. Seems like we're in an area where some musicians are. Got us a drummer, a Persian drummer, and right here, the voice. Looks like a lounge entertainer. But who we're here to see is straight ahead. Vigen Derderian, originally from Iran. The king of pop music of Iran. Today his music's outlawed. You'd actually be arrested if you listened to him in Iran. He changed Persian music. His career spanned 50 years. He was also in 6 movies here in America. Have no idea what this says. The Elvis Presley of Iran. Our next stop is an interesting grave. Interesting individual. This is the grave location of Pat Hitchcock, the daughter of Alfred Hitchcock. She's the only child of Alfred. Can you imagine the stories she can tell when she was little and everything? Man, she also appears in several Alfred Hitchcock movies.
Is Mr. Lowry back from lunch? He's lunching with the man who's buying the Harris Street property. You know the oil lease man? That's why he's late. You got a headache?
Oh, it'll pass. Headaches are like resolutions. You forget them as soon as they stop hurting.
Have you got some aspirin? I've got something. Not aspirin. My mother's doctor gave them to me the day of my wedding. Teddy was furious when he found out I'd taken tranquilizers.
Any calls?
Teddy called me. My mother called to see if Teddy called. Oh, your sister called to say she's going to Tucson to do some buying and she'll be gone the whole weekend.
The original Cycle still scares me to this day. That shower scene. I tell you. Our next stop here at Westlake Village, California is a musician, Artie Shaw. He plays a clarinet professionally in big bands. He recorded with Cole Porter the song Begin to Begwine, which he's probably best known for. In 1940, at the peak of his career, when he's 30 years old, he was earning $60,000 per week. A lot of dough. Which is actually more than what Burns and Allen were making at the time. They were making $10,000 a week. You would never dream that, would you? But true story. He was married 8 times. He dies December 30th, 2004. At the age of 94. And right next door neighbor is Joel Hirshhorn. He's a songwriter. He wins 2 Academy Awards. One for the hit movie The Morning After and The Poseidon Adventure. He also writes hit songs for a fella by name of Elvis Presley and Roy Orbison. Also very talented. To give a big shout out to subscriber Ben in Florida. Thank you kindly for your financial gifts. If you've seen the Rocky movies, the ringside announcer is Stu Nahan. He's a popular Los Angeles sports announcer as well. He's handpicked by Sylvester Stallone to be the ringside announcer, Stu Nahan. We go from a sports announcer to a reporter. We're at the grave of Clete Roberts.
For the past few minutes, we have been dealing in fact about the Phoenix City story. The people with whom we have talked are real people, the people involved in what has been described as an infamous and sordid chapter in American city politics. There has been no careful rehearsal of speech, no careful phrasing. People have spoken from the mind and from the heart, as they felt they should. We have been with our microphone and our camera on the streets of Phoenix City, Alabama, and at the Jefferson County Courthouse in Birmingham, Alabama, where the second in the series of murder trials is now underway. This is Clete Roberts reporting. I return you to your city.
He starts out in life as a war correspondent, later becomes a well-respected reporter in Hollywood and around Southern California. He also appears in the movie The Jerk, which came out in 1979, you may remember. Also appears in Police Story, MASH, and I think he was in some Columbo episodes. Clete Roberts. Thanks so much for watching my channel, Famous Graves. And I really like the comments you guys leave. And I recognize your names. We're at the grave of Graham Jarvis, a very busy Hollywood actor. He's originally from Toronto. He appears in The Guiding Light, which I've never seen, by the way. He's in the movie The Journeyman Project and the hit movie Mr. Mom. Our next stop in this video, I guess we can call him the original Arnold Schwarzenegger. We're at the grave of muscleman Bert Goodrich. He appears in the 1949 movie Rosa McCoy. Bert Goodrich is the first winner of Mr. America. Respectfully, I don't want to get too close, but it appears there's a wedding going on and a funeral service. Never seen that before. We're at the grave of actor William Phipps, World War II veteran. He plays the voice of Prince Charming in the 1950 Disney film Cinderella. He's also in War of the Worlds. He plays the part of Curly Bill in the White Earp series from 1956 until 1961. I'm not sure who Brad Barnes is. If anybody knows, leave it in the comments. It looks like he worked in the movie making business in some capacity. Right next door neighbor, Ernest Wallegren. He's a screenwriter. He works on the television series The Waltons, Little House on the Prairie, 8 is Enough, Falcon Crest, Knight Rider, and Baywatch. Hopefully I remembered them all. If I did, I'm surprised. Next up is a Hollywood actor that was in 35 shows, Terry Wilson. He's known mainly as playing assistant wagon master in 267 episodes of Wagon Train.
Mister, Take my advice. Just leave.
What do I do now?
Oh, the initiation comes first. Now, you sit right over here. Now you face me.
Oh, yeah.
He's a lot younger than me, you know. He ain't got his growed up strength yet.
Does pretty good for a growing boy, doesn't he? If I remember the rules, now it's my turn.
Right.
Looks like it.
You ready?
We're ready.
Well, who's first?
I guess I am.
It's like you boys buy the beer.
Thank you.
Love that show. Wagon Train.